what it's like to be 41 weeks pregnant and still not have my baby. All throughout pregnancy, they tell you the due date is just a guess number. It's not like your baby's guaranteed to be born on that day. If the baby's not born on the due date, that's normal. When you are pregnant for so long, you really start to attach to that due date. It's so interesting. I didn't think I would because I knew the information going in. Ever since my due date passed, I've just been feeling really discouraged. I'm trying to keep my mindset positive, which is so weird because it's inside of me and it has to come out. Like, it literally has to come out. That is science. That is a fact. Despite that fact, some part of me is like, this baby is never gonna come. None of the symptoms that I'm having suggest that. Every time I go in for the non-stress test that they do towards the end of pregnancy or the ultrasounds, everything is great. The baby is 8 out of 8. They give it a score of how the baby's doing with wellness. My baby keeps getting 8 out of 8, which is like the top score. There's just no need for me to worry because this baby is healthy. People keep telling me like to try things, try spicy food, try curb walking, try exercise, try the mile circuit, try sleeping this position, try getting lots of rest, try getting lots of exercise. Some of the things they're telling you seem to contradict each other. Get less sugar and eat healthy. Also eat 8 dates a day, which are just like pure sugar. I'm doing literally all the things. None of it is getting this labor organized. My body is actually in a great score. They have this thing called the Bishop score, which is looking at your cervix, how soft it is, how dilated it is, how effaced it is. It's basically, they look at all those factors, they give you a Bishop score. My Bishop score is 9 out of 10. 10 being like 100% everything is ready to go, like you're giving birth. Basically all the ingredients that you need for natural birth are right there. You just don't know when it's gonna happen. It makes it more frustrating because we like to believe with all of the science and all of the information that we have that tells us anything. It doesn't really. It really doesn't. All of the tips that people give you for inducing labor are anecdotal. There's very little evidence that those things actually start labor. Even those things that have studies and evidence for them, it's usually like minimal. It doesn't affect the actual due date. All the things that you can do that are like, this helps prepare all the ingredients for birth, which can make birth happen sooner, you still can't control that due date. And that is why I'm just stuck in this frustration. When is this baby coming? Your family starts to call you and text you. So many people calling and texting me every day. Is the baby here yet? I think that's really nice. I'm glad that they care. I prefer that to having a family that isn't interested at all. It's kind of like rubbing salt in a wound. When you have been the one pregnant for 40 plus weeks, going through pains and struggles and carrying this baby, you want this baby to come out more than anybody. Every single day you're getting all these text messages asking you, is the baby out? And there's so many people who are like, ignore the texts, don't respond to them, or have your partner respond. I could do that, but I don't want to. It feels kind of cold, and it's just easier to respond to them and send a quick message. Grateful that my family loves me and cares. I feel like other women probably are experiencing the same thing. Maybe, hopefully, it can help us feel connected and less alone to know that everyone is going through a similar thing. The fact of the matter is that nothing you do is going to make that baby come before it's ready. It can help the process for sure. Like you did this one thing, now the baby's coming. There's always somebody who's like, I ate spicy food and then I had my baby an hour later. And you're like, great. You have no idea whether your baby was gonna come an hour later, whether you ate the hot chicken or not. I'll try anything once, but I'm not putting all my hope and weight into that thing. The one thing that's really well proven that I haven't tried yet is the membrane sweep. Everyone I've talked to who's been honest said it hurt. They also said it's over really fast. So I'm keeping that as like a back pocket option for last resort. I know scientifically my baby is going to come, whether I do that or not. Also, scientifically, the membrane sweep is not guaranteed to work. It might not work, and it might just bring about a false labor. A lot of people I know who got the membrane sweep, they had a lot of cramping, that was uncomfortable. Most of them, at least that I talked to, they did go into labor like a few days later. I'm already in what they call prodromal labor. You learn so many things when you're pregnant. Prodromal labor is when you are just having contractions and things that kind of feel like labor. It's not actually going anywhere. It might help your labor along a little bit, like very slowly. You might dilate. I'm already dilated 3 centimeters. So I've done enough prodromal labor to get to 3 centimeters. It's not taking me to actual active labor where the baby's gonna come out. The bad thing about prodromal labor is it can last weeks. You can just kind of be stuck in there. Every day I'm having contractions. Labor might be starting. If I actually stop and time my contractions, they're all over the place. When I've gotten my cervical checks over the past few weeks, everything is the same. I'm not in active labor. It's a good sign that the baby will come soon. You just don't know how soon. I think I read a statistic somewhere, it was like 80 to 90% of women will spontaneously go into labor before 42 weeks. I'm trying to give birth in a birthing center, not a hospital. They have a cutoff of 41 weeks and 6 days. Even if you're not giving birth at a birthing center, your doctors typically are starting to pressure you at this time to get an induction. And they'll start to scare you and be like, well, there's a chance your baby's gonna be really huge and it won't be able to fit through your pelvis and then you're gonna need a C-section, and they'll start to give you all these, like, telling you why you need to be induced. And so I don't want to go through that pressure. Technically, you can be a low-risk pregnancy at 42 weeks, especially like with your first baby, and the fact that the due date itself is kind of a guess. They could be off by a few days. So kind of my plan right now is, like, if the baby doesn't come in the next 3 to 4 days, then I'm gonna try the membrane sweep. I really don't want to. I know it's gonna be painful. It's not only that the membrane sweep itself hurts because it's very short, not long-lived, but it's the contractions and cramping afterwards hurt. That's why my doula recommended I wait though till Thursday, because that's kind of the end of the deadline. If there's anything we can do to get it going, let's do it. And it's more likely to be successful, because that's kind of what they told me, is like all these induction methods you can try only works if your baby is already ready to come anyway. I'm a little bit of a baby when it comes to the membrane sweep, and that's why I am still pregnant. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. It sounds like a lot of people, once they did the membrane sweep, it did get their labor going. But what I don't know for sure is, was their labor more uncomfortable and more painful because of the membrane sweep? Kind of the main reason I'm trying to avoid that membrane sweep is to keep my chances of not using the epidural high. All I can do is just trust in God and trust in the timing that my baby has and that God has for me. I don't have anything else I can do, and that's probably the worst, hardest part about this whole experience, is you have no control. That's my story. I'd love to know if anyone else out there got to 41 weeks. Feel free to share it with me and let me know, how did it go?